Good morning, everyone. Bruce McBain. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Still working on the old Dodge truck. Today what we need to do is drop the fuel tank out because if you watch any of the other videos, we're going to be putting in ladder bars and some of those connections are going to be made inside the frame rail and the tank is just going to be in the way. At a later date, we're going to be putting a fuel cell in the back. So what we want to do here this morning is take this tank out and let's get the rolling. So the first thing I noticed is this strap bolt right here looks pretty rusty. Let's just check it out, see how bad it really is. Okay, the nut's unscrewing, but we don't want to get too happy and wring that off. So what I'm going to do is clean this up a little bit, spray a little penetrant on it, and then take loose these other lines and wires and give this time to soak in. So all I'm using here, this is just a wire wheel cup. It's really inexpensive, and electric drill that gets all that rust and debris, and in this case we've got some undercoating in the threads. It gets that out. So that's all that's for. And let's get our can of spray. We're just going to give us a little shot, give it a chance to soak in. Like that. So now let's move on to these fittings and the electrical. These wires here were for the fuel sending unit, which we want to disconnect that. Someone's been in here before because these aren't factory connections. They're all quick connects. So let's get this apart. There's that one and that one. So that takes care of that. This larger diameter line is just a breather, but it's not connected to anything, so that's good. This little 1/4 inch line right here, this is for the fuel return. So let's go ahead and disconnect that. What I usually do is I like to take a pair of slip jaw pliers, kind of squeeze the rubber tube a little bit. It helps it break loose. We might get a little gas out, but it shouldn't be much. Okay, that looks good. Save my clamp. Fuel pickup line is the next clamp. Take this loose. And this stuff here is not terribly rusty. Someone's been in here at some point in time, replaced some lines, so probably the last 10-15 years, so it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and get this loose, and we're getting a little bit of gas out of this. Let that drain back in the tank. And to tell you what, I'm going to get a bolt and cap that off real quick. Okay. So all we're going to do is just take a regular old bolt, stick it down the tube. And this fits pretty tight, so you can, for safety's sake, just slide your clamp up, snug it up a little bit more. It's overkill at that point, but we're trying to be safe here, do it right the first time. Okay. This last tube, this is just another vent. It's not connected to anything, so that could just dangle. So let's see if we can get this tank strap loose the rest of the way. I'm going to take it down just a few threads and then I'm going to crawl underneath the truck because we got another strap way up underneath there. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it's pretty tight. All right, we were doing good, but we started to hit some rust. So let's go back and clean that up a little bit. Now, one thing I am going to do, I'll put something over this tube just so there's no fumes, because we are using a wire wheel. Steel against steel can cause sparks, so let's not have any fires. All right, so all I'm going to do right now is just cover this with a rag a little bit. It's not the best thing in the world, but the fumes is what we don't want to have a problem with. We can probably do better than that. All right, so let's just go slow here. Okay. So this should not drop much. Well, I was wrong about that. It dropped a lot. Okay. I'm learning. And it feels like there's more gas in there than I thought there was. Okay. Of course, the filler nut's all bound up. Let's see if we can just slide it out. Yeah, get out of there. All right. Okay. I'm gonna have to get a jack and jack this truck up a little bit. Be back in a minute. Okay, I got the rear end up on a jack. I don't have a jack stand under it right now, but I'm going to keep my body away from anything that might fall. So let's see if we can get this thing out. Bingo! Thought that was gas, that's just water. Okay, we can live with that. All right, so let me see if I can spin this out of the way. I'm not sure what we're doing here. Let's see. Get up there. The old tank strap is really crunchy. So at this point, I'm not going to save it. Okay. Wow. And I thought that thing was like out of gas. It's got to be more like 5 gallons in there. Well, at least we can use that fuel for the snowblower. All right. We're getting there. All tools. More blanket. All right. And spin that around. Yeah. Man, when they're lighter, they're easier to push, but this thing here feels like it's full. All right, so we got the tank out. I'll be back in a little bit. See where we're going next. Hang in there. Okay, got that tank out of the way, just drug it outside with all of its fumes. So this back tank strap, I'm not sure what they've done here. They've got a bolt jammed up in there, and the nut is like inside of the frame channel. So maybe this will unscrew. All right. Hopefully you folks can see that. There's one. I have no idea whether they put what looks like a 2.25 inch bolt to hold a strap that's only 1/4 inch thick. It makes no sense. Oh, I see. The frame bracket just has threads cut in it. But I guess whoever put that bolt in didn't know that, so they put a nut on top, because this bolt I'm taking out now is factory and it's much shorter, as you can see. Hopefully you can see that. And it just screws into a threaded pocket. So, not sure what's going on there. So that's a 1986 tank strap. Done. Now, more fun. This front mounting bracket feels like the same size bolts. Let's just give it a shot. It's probably going to either ring off or skip on me. Yep. Oh, she's a squeaker. She's a squeaker. All right. Unfortunately, there's not much room up in here. Watch that thing break loose and tear my elbow up. All right. Let me change that camera angle again, because I don't think you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the same thing I did with that muffler strap. I'm going to take my wire brush, a little bit of penetrant. The way it's squeaking, I know what's going to happen. I'm either going to wring that bolt off or break it. That should be good enough. Give a little bit of spray. I want it to drip inside my drill. All right, so let's go back underneath here. See, we got 2 bolts. Okay, just like before, the bottom one's threaded into the chassis, the top one is actually a bolt with a nut, so somebody's been in here at some point in time. Yep. All right. Yep. Nope. Huh. That one doesn't want to cooperate. All right. Might have to get some heat on that one. Let's go back to the top bolt. I can't get this way. We're gonna have to get an impact in there some kind of way. Yeah. Wow, unbelievable. Of course, the rear brake line is right where I want to put the wrench, and it's fighting me. Yeah. Come on, get on there. All right. I got the wrench on there. Now, I want to put myself in such a manner if that thing breaks loose, I don't tear my hands up. Yeah. Woo, boy. We didn't edit that. Okay, got both pieces. That's the one piece that broke off. That's the head and the tail. So get that out of the way. That goes in our bolt collection. Now, this other one, I think I'm gonna go something a little more heavy duty. Let me see what I got here. Be right back. Oh. All right. So I went over the toolbox and I got out Bertha. And that's not to be funny. Every big tool I have, whether it's a huge drill or an impact, what have you, I always call it Bertha, because Bertha helps me out getting these bolts and nuts and all this other stuff broken loose. All right, so this will give us a little more leverage. All right. I have a terrible time getting the wrench on the bolt head. I don't know if it's rust or what. Huh. Mud dauber's nest right in my face. Hope they're asleep for the winter. At least it looked like mud daubers. Yeah, that's mud dauber. Great. All right. Okay, we're turning it. Yeah. All right. Got the wrench pinned it up in the frame rail for about 30 seconds. Whoa. See, we're definitely gonna have to work on some of the cab corners. It's not terrible, but not good either. All right, so yeah, get in there. Yeah, oh, she wants to spin again. Why? Okay, everybody, that's the end of today's video. As always, thank you. Please like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a safe week and enjoy. Take care.